people, and we are back. We are back with another Buttons update. Yeah, Buttons 047, celebrate. Ba, ba, ba. So, Buttons 047, what do we've got? We've got some bug fixes, we've got a little bit of cosmetic updates to the button maker, and we've got a new button type. Yes, I said it, a new button type. All right, let's get into it. So bug fixes, I made the templater arg, which we're going to use a little later. I made it much more stable, so hopefully it doesn't break for everybody like it's been doing. Through the point releases, I've been fixing some bugs there, and I think it's in a really good place. But if you do have an issue, please holler at me on the GitHub or in Discord. I am Shabagam. All right, but let's take a look at the button maker here. A reminder, you can just open your command palette to get to the button maker. First thing you'll notice, it's a little smaller. That's because not everybody has a giant display, a huge one. So now it's scrollable and smaller, so a little easier to work with. The second thing you'll see is we don't have all those extra templates, a pre-pen template. That's because when you choose template, you can now choose to do what you want with the template right after. And that's just to make this drop down a little smaller and easier to work with. So let's say we want to prepend a template, and we're going to prepend the current time, my special current time template. And actually what we want to do is ensure that we want to replace the first line of the note with the current time every time. So remember, replace takes the starting line and the ending line of the section when you want to replace. If you just want to replace one line, it's the same number in both spots, and for our case, it's 1, 1. So let's insert this button, and we've inserted it. Here it is. Type, I forgot to give it a name. That's okay. We can still insert add the time. Add the time. Z time. All right, let's go. Let's check this out. Add Z time. Because I put a prepend. Let's use our line template instead, because then it'll actually insert on line 1 here. Boom, line 1. Now every time I insert it, and this current time template is basically just has a templater command that grabs the current time and inserts it, which is pretty cool. And, eventually it'll change time and you'll be very excited because it's working. But it seems like a bit of overkill, right? For an entire template to just insert the current time. Wouldn't it be cool if we could just use the templater command inside the button and have it convert to the time and then insert that time where we want it and then convert back? Well, we can do that now. So let's do it. And I'm introducing the fabulous text button type. So text button type works just like the template button type. It has the same options as a template, except instead of inserting a template, you can insert any text you want. It works with the same options. You can prepend, append, line, or do even a brand new note with a template. Let's choose line here, and we're going to choose line number 1. And the text to insert, let's actually write that templater command that I have in that current time template. Actually, let's include seconds so you can see that it is truly updating in real time. Close that. And then we need to go down. We want to replace again. We're going to replace our first line, replace 1-on-1. And then remember, we want to toggle this templater one, which gives us a command, templater true. And we're going to make this a yellow button because, yellow is the greatest color. So here we go. We've got a new, I forgot to give it a name again. Why do I keep forgetting that? Add Z time, but better. But butter? But buttoner. Okay. Add Z time, but buttoner. So let's take a look at what that does. Boom. Time with seconds. And it'll just keep updating. How awesome is this? That's so cool. Take a look at it again. It's still got that templater command. So it's actually what it's doing is it's running that templater command, inserting the time, and then switching it back to a command. And that's because we've specified templater equals true there. How cool is that? We can even, you don't have to use a templater command. We can do text right here, like my buttons 047. It's using the text and it's just doing buttons. Huzzah, huzzah, sweet buttons. But you can also call a inline button, right? Because an inline button is just some text. So why don't we do button huzzah? And now things are gonna get wild here. Buttons huzzah, button button button, buttons huzzah, button button, button button, button huzzah. Yeah. Well, anyway, it wouldn't be a button demo if there wasn't some kind of bug. So I don't know why this inline button isn't huzzahing, but let's pretend it did. Whop, 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 whop. So that's going to do it for Buttons 047 update. New text button allows you to insert any text you want. You can even create a new note with it if you want, and then insert something into that new note. Works just like the template button did. I hope you enjoy.